Welcome to SportsByte's coverage of the North East Sports Awards held this year in Billingham. BBC Look North's Jeff Brown and Alistair Brownlee of BBC Tees jointly presented the show, which looked back at some of the North East's great sporting moments of 2013. The first of the awards was the Junior Sporting Award, which was won by world number 4 in gymnastics for her age group, 13-year-old Shanice Davidson. Next up was the Disability Sports Award, which was presented by Paralympian Stephen Miller to another Paralympian, swimmer Joseph Craig. SportsByte interviewed Joseph after his win, and this is what he said.
So I'm here with Joseph Craig, the disabled sports person of the year for the BBC. Congratulations. How has your support from the North East helped you?
It's been essential. Without the support from the North East, I couldn't have managed what I've managed to do in the past 2 years of my career. Obviously, with everybody behind us, close to home, obviously, the two biggest supporters, my mum and dad, who have been there for us and went above and beyond the call of parents to make sure I can do the best I can do. My coaches, I've had some great coaches along with us from my club, South Tyneside, and from British Swimming, obviously. Without their support, it would have been just a shot in the dark and I wouldn't have been able to do it. And obviously my friends, the rest of my family, everybody around us, there's literally too many people to mention that have supported us. And as well, all the public in the North East, everybody who's watched us on telly and cheered my name and just hope that I do well. It's just more than I could ever hope for from anybody, and I'm really happy that I've got this support.
So you've obviously had a massive 2012 in the Paralympics in London, and you've continued that form into 2013. What can we expect from you in 2014?
Well, in 2014, I'm brimming with confidence this year. What I want to do is achieve 3 gold medals instead of 2 golds and a silver, because silver doesn't sit well with me. Obviously, I'm a world champion in 2 events and I swim 3 events, so for me, just 2 events at the top isn't good enough, and I want to be the best in all my events, so I'm going to make the best effort and I'm going to train harder, stronger, and I'm going to get faster and bigger, and I'm going to make sure I do the necessary steps to get to my goals.
Right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time.
The next award was unusually won by 2 candidates. The Performance of the Year award became Performances of the Year. Jeff Cook collected the award on behalf of cricketer Ben Stokes, as golfer Gary Porteous also won. Former Borough and England footballer Gary Pallister presented the next award for Team of the Year, which deservedly went to Durham County Cricket Club for another brilliant season in 2013. Next was the award for Sporting Inspiration, which was won by rower Jill Prescott after she began her rowing career in her 50s, beating competitors more than half her age. Then came the award for the North East's Unsung Sporting Hero, which was claimed by Sid Robson of the Gateshead Harriers, who was praised for his modesty and humility. The penultimate award was the Jackie Milburn Award, which was taken home this year by Durham County Cricket Club's director, Jeff Cook. Jeff was commended for his success with Durham and put North East cricket on the map. The final award was, of course, that of the North East Sports Personality of the Year. Former world boxing champ Glenn McCrory presented the award, which was given to his friend and pupil, Stuart Hall, who is currently the IBF Bantamweight World Champion and the only world champion from the North East since McCrory in the 1980s. BBC Look North's Jeff Brown closed proceedings and joined us afterwards to give his thoughts on tonight's ceremonies.
So it's a fantastic evening tonight for North East Sports. Was there a particular highlight for you tonight?
Quite a few highlights, really. I mean, Jeff Cook winning the Jackie Milburn Award, which is for it's really a North East Sporting Hall of Fame. That was probably one of my favourites because I've known Jeff since he came back to the North East. He's a Middlesbrough lad. He was a Northamptonshire batsman back in the 80s and 90s. Came back to Durham really just to mastermind the whole Durham County project, and you know, in 20 odd years they've become county champions 3 times in the last 6 years. You know, some clubs have been trying for 100 years to win the county championship, never done it. And this guy has been there all the way through. Heart attack in the middle of the summer, came back and inspired his team to win the title. I thought that was a lovely story.
With Stuart Hall obviously winning the IBF World Championship, the second now champion from the North East. Another thing that I thought tonight, inspiration-wise, was Jill Prescott, the lady who, after seeing her triplets go off to university, thought she'd give a go at rowing. Is this just another brilliant story of inspiration and why it's brilliant to get into sport?
Well, that's it. I mean, these awards, apart from celebrating what the big names have done, it's also about showing what can be done at grassroots. And, people like myself who've been lucky enough to spend a lifetime really working in sport, you're just trying to get the message across that what sport can do for you, not just physically but mentally as well, and it can just lift you from to a place where you never thought you'd get. Jill Prescott in their 50s took up rowing, has become a world champion, world record holder. I mean, what a fantastic story. And hopefully, even if there's just one person in the audience there tonight who've thought, actually, I thought I was past it, I thought I wasn't going to get involved in sport, I might give it a go. If her story's just persuaded one person to give sport a go, then that's a major success.
Jill obviously saw taking up rowing as a distraction from her triples, but one person who definitely epitomised being happy and enthusiastic about the sport was Sid, the Harriers coach from Gateshead. What do you think of Sid?
I mean, Sid Robson is a great unsung hero. He's dedicated his life to sport for no reward other than just to see people getting involved in the sport that he loves. Gateshead Harriers, obviously a fabulously successful athletics club as well, but they couldn't produce the stars without people like Sid. And again, he said it tonight. He was annoyed that someone nominated him because he's not looking for any plaudits, for a pat on the back. He does it just because he loves doing it and he's done it all his life. But it's really nice that we can pick those people out and just give them the praise that they deserve.
Right, thank you very much.